gonna talk about that. Jesus Christ, you're gonna make somebody call the police on you and your household. Let's shift gears ever so slightly to go into supervillains just for a second, because when we were talking about Criminal Minds and I was talking about George Foyet and the cannibal, the satanic cannibal that they had on Criminal Minds. I wish I could tell you the name of that episode. Lucky. The name of the episode is Lucky. And the unknown subject in the Criminal Mind terminology was Floyd Phelan Farrell. And he's played by a comedian. I can't tell you what the comedian's name is. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't think of it right now. He doesn't have many lines, but this nigga is sadistic as hell. It's a very strongly religious episode because it has to do with Satan.
Yeah. Satanism, not to be confused with Wiccan or witchcraft.
It is not the same thing. Which Satanists aren't terrible people. For the record, they're not. They're actually pretty nice. But
this one was just crazy.
Yeah,
he did escape from a psych ward. Throw that out there.
Yeah, he did. But it got me thinking. I made a post on Facebook maybe a month ago about the different types of supervillains. The Criminal Minds type, which is usually the serial killer type. I believe I said that was the well, there's, in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, there are 4 basic types of supervillains. The Criminal Mind type is like the just the basic, serial killer type. They had a rough childhood, was probably physically or sexually abused, and broken home, foster care type shit, and they take their anger and frustration out on their victims. Now, usually their victims may represent like a parent or a guardian who was like fucking them over, or they can just be like sadistic and fucked up in the head and just pick victims at random. So that's one type. Another type is the wild dog type of supervillain. That's like a Joker or, somebody like that who has no real, and when I say Joker, I mean specifically the Heath Ledger Joker, who has no regard on human life, human well-being. He doesn't do anything for selfish reasons. He doesn't do anything for profit or personal gain. He doesn't do, anything for his own satisfaction. He just does shit because he knows not only will nobody turn against me, but nobody can stop me type shit. So you got the Criminal Minds serial supervillain, you got the wild dog, you have the injustice corrector. That's like a Thanos or a Killmonger type. They see the wrongdoings and the disaster happening in the world, and their only solution to this problem is to kill everybody involved. It doesn't matter if you're innocent. It doesn't matter if you didn't do it. It doesn't matter if you had nothing to do with it. If you're associated with the mass majority, then you got to go too. So for Eric Killmonger, it was, putting Black people back on top. And that meant killing everybody else underneath. Or if you're a Thanos, that's wiping out half of the population, regardless of who the fuck.
Which it was so random.
You know that you can't get away with that shit, but that's your only solution. Or Ultron. Ultron had the same kind of mindset of, if we kill all of these people, that'll make everything better. Like, it's you can ride with the injustice corrector. You can get on their side a little bit, but when you think about it, it's like, nah, nigga, you tripping. You can't do that. And then finally, you have the power hungry supervillain. That's like the dangerous CEO, dictator type
like
shit.
Like Wilson Fisk from Daredevil and the Spider-Man game.
The king.
Or so I think for the
stay on top, and if you don't fit into that criteria, they take you out. And no one's going to lie, or no one's going to tell on them. No one's going to snitch. And if you do, you disappear too. Like, you kill or be killed to keep me in a position of power. I have all the money, all the power in the world, and I want to keep it that way. So those are my 4 types of supervillains.
I think for the injustice one, I can't come up with his last name, but he plays the Punisher in Daredevil, named Frank. Mm-hmm. And then Marvel made their own spin-off of the Punisher from Daredevil, But I completely agree with him. Like he basically is a vigilante because he kills the bad people. Yeah. But Daredevil doesn't kill the bad people, but Daredevil beats up the bad people and delivers them to the cops. But he's also considered a vigilante as well.
And I think that's the difference between a vigilante and an injustice corrector, because the injustice corrector will kill, no hesitation. Vigilante, like Batman, like Daredevil, they don't kill anybody, but they'll make sure that you knew that you got into it. Or even the Ninja Turtles, they're vigilantes because they technically, go around beating up bad guys and they return them over to the police, but nobody knows like who they are type shit. So they're technically vigilantes, but not superheroes, but same thing. So that's the difference between a vigilante. And I think someone posted on that post I posted on Facebook and was like, I think it was you, and I think it might've been Greg, who were like giving examples. And I was like, there's a difference between a vigilante and an injustice corrector. An injustice corrector is a villain. They will kill whoever needs to be killed in order for the wrong to be set right. A vigilante does not kill. No vigilante in history has ever killed anybody. That's their whole thing. Like, that's Batman's entire persona, is he won't even kill the Joker. And the Joker is a wild dog who needs to be killed, but he refuses to kill him. Like, that's the type of, you know what I'm saying? So I think when people think about that, they really need to differentiate what is a vigilante and what is an injustice corrector. And that's why I use Killmonger as a great example, because he didn't give a fuck about innocent lives, about parents, about children. He knew what he wanted to do and he went to go do it. And nobody was gonna stop him from doing that shit. And if you did try to stop him, then you were dead. That was it. Like, he even killed his girlfriend and she was on his team. So yeah. I think that's
niggas ain't loyal.
So if for anyone just thinking about, what makes this person this, just think about your favorite supervillain. And I mean, of course, these can be broken up into subcategories, subgenres. This is just my interpretation on supervillains. You know what I'm saying? So,
my favorite supervillain is Poison Ivy. I love her sexy ass.
And I was just about to mention that, because Harley Quinn, would you even consider them supervillains? Like, are they really bad guys? Like, Poison Ivy is literally an environmentalist with superpowers who tears down.
And all she wants you to do, all she wants you to do is leave nature alone. But but they categorize her as a villain. So because they categorize her as a villain, even though I don't see her as a villain, she's one of my favorite villains. But to me, she's not really a villain. She's not. Because
most villains have motives. They have aspirations or goals. They have a common enemy. They have, people who don't want to see their plan unfold. Why the fuck would you stop somebody who is literally trying to keep the earth,
the planet, alive?
Yeah, right. Like, that's not a fucking villain. Like, and the only one who she's really a villain to are the major corporations who, like, tear down forests for their corporate buildings, or, pollute rivers and oceans, or don't use like solar power or some shit. Like, those are her biggest enemies. That's not really that bad to me. That's not that bad to me. I could get jiggy with Poison Ivy, because she ain't trying to do nothing but help the planet. What makes her and Captain Planet so goddamn different?
Oh yeah, you know me. I have plants all over my house. Like, you're the first person to know I got plants everywhere. Like, and when I move, which is coming up soon, by the way, but when I move into my house, I like, my bathroom is literally going to be plants. Like, I'm talking eucalyptus. It's literally going to be plants. Like, I'm going to have a garden and everything.
That's so random, but I bet it's going to be really nice to just take a shower with a bunch of plants hanging around. They get a little bit of water, you get a little bit of water, everybody's good. So here's a question. If you were to put yourself in a supervillain category, which category would you choose and why?
Probably an injustice. Just because I've been done wrong so many times, and there comes a point, I understand the frustration in families and etc. when they're tired of waiting for justice to when they're tired of waiting for justice, when they're tired of waiting for things to be done right, like as if they have nothing better to do than just wait on this failed justice system. So I would definitely probably be that injustice one, because sis, everybody gotta pay. Oh, you stole this old lady purse only for $20, broke your neck. Now what? Oh, you hit this little girl with the car because you ran a stop sign.
Oh yeah,
I took your feet away, so now you can't drive no more because you ain't got no feet. Like, bro. Oh, you did this person wrong. I'm taking your ears away. Now what?
Like, I feel like that's definitely where I would be, because the thing that really gets under my skin are like the people who think they can get away with something because they have status, class, or privilege. Those are the type of niggas that get under my skin. So this whole police brutality shit really just crawls and irritates my soul. So like, I would be there to stop that. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like I would be a borderline vigilante, because I wouldn't want to kill anybody, but I would be so mad that in the moment, if it happens, I probably wouldn't even care. So if I cross the line between vigilante and an injustice corrector, then the next step would be an injustice corrector to a wild dog, because sometimes I just feel like throwing cherry cocktails into the street and setting homeless people on fire, or running through red lights and fucking people's cars up. Like, I think about doing some really out-of-pocket shit a lot. So if I were a superhero, I would start off being a vigilante, which would then evolve into the injustice corrector. I start knocking niggas' heads off. And then that would turn into the wild dog. And I would just be doing shit.
See, I think that's where you and I differ, because I can honestly say I wouldn't be vigilante at all, because I'm definitely killing people. And see, because I've had like so much stuff done to me, and I used to be that type of person to just be like, what's up, babe? Not right now. Y'all can play it tomorrow. Go. But yeah. Bye. I'm busy. Get out.
But
bye.
Because of everything that has happened to you.
Get out.
Oh God.
No. Bye. Or I'm gonna make y'all go to bed. Can we edit this part out? Goddamn.
Yeah, I can edit
it
out.
Okay. Because of everything that's been done to me, and I've just always taken shit on the chin or whatever the case may be, you know, and I've had to like sit there and just let shit build up and build up. I've thought, like, as bad as this may sound, I've thought of different ways to kill somebody that I know that I'll get away with it.
And that's where you and I differ, because when I think about how I would kill somebody, I don't care if I get caught. So I'm not thinking about the cleanup. I'm not thinking about, you know, wiping my hands clean. I'm not thinking about none of that. I'm gonna make sure that you know that you're dying. I might sit back and watch for a little bit, and then I'm just gonna dip off. Whoever finds
me. Oh yeah, it's definitely torture.
Like, so I don't think like that. So I would try to keep it. If I had the abilities and option, I would absolutely try to keep it at the vigilante standpoint, because I know that if I do start, it depends on how I feel on whatever day. If I do start knocking niggas' heads off, then it's only gonna get worse from there. Like, yeah, I'm gonna stop the pedophile in the apartment complex who's been raping and all these little girls, but tomorrow I might go to the homeless shelter and just blow that bitch up for no reason. Like, it just depends on how I'm feeling that day and who pisses me off.
What did the homeless people do to you?
I drive for a living.
See, she's a serial killer.
From about 4 to 8 hours, depending on the day. I have a lot of run-ins with homeless people, and some of them are cool. Some of them are cool. But a lot of them do not give a fuck about you. They do not give a fuck about your car. They walk in the middle of the street, or they'll stop and look at you like you did. I fucking hate homeless people.
Right, they be pushing their little buggy full of cans, like, let me go across the street.
And I don't know why But niggas got the audacity to just mean mug me for no reason. And I really hate that shit. So if you mean mug me, you might just get shot in the face. I don't fucking know. It depends on how I feel that day. So that's what I'm saying. So I'd have to keep it at the vigilante level so I don't turn into the Joker. You know what I'm saying? So I gotta keep it somewhere so it doesn't get worse, because it could absolutely get worse. Like, and I know that it could, because there are some days where I just don't care. I don't give a fuck about you and the fact that your puppy died. I don't give a shit. Like, who cares? So fucking white. Like, so I gotta put a halt on it somewhere. I gotta put a stop on it, or it's gonna get worse. So I would have to be a vigilante, or I would just start killing people for no reason, and can't nobody stop me because I got superpowers. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do? You gonna shoot me? It's not gonna fucking.
And that's why I say all the time, like, bro, I wish I had superpowers, because who's gonna stop me?
Who's gonna stop?
I want to be the Avatar, so I just want to be a firebender or a waterbender at this point.
I don't need none of that, because I would really be doing shit for no fucking reason.
When I tell you that I would blood bend the fuck out of these bitches and make them walk off a fucking cliff.
I always have this fantasy of like catching somebody in the act, right? And just get inside of their head and make them turn themselves into the police and be like, if you don't get like your proper sentence, you're gonna shoot yourself in the face. And that's gonna be the end of your story. If you don't go to trial and get your mandatory bare minimum life sentence, then you are gonna take that gun over there, you're gonna put it in your mouth, and you're gonna pull the trigger. Because you don't need to be around. Period.
That if I have to like, okay, if anybody's ever watched Naruto, there's this girl named Ino, and one of the things that she can do is she can put herself into your mind and she can control your body. If I could do that, shit, like, let's go. Like, mind transfer jutsu is what it's called. Like,
I'm doing everything to everybody, and I've already made that so clear. And this is why it's part of the reason why I don't, practice invocations too much. This is why I don't like try to call on to, higher spirit energy. This is why I don't do this shit, because I know that there's gonna be one day where I'm just like, man, fuck this, fuck that, fuck everybody and everything. I will set this whole bitch on fire if I got that.
And I would like to say that at least once a day, I'll be like, you know what? I'm finna summon the Dark Lord, and she'll be like, no, we don't want to do that. But
there is no talking myself out of it. Once I made my mind up, I'm doing it. Like, there's no going back from that. So the fact that I feel like I have potential to be like a supervillain kind of scares me a little bit, because you see supervillains in pop culture, on TV and movies, all that shit. You hear about all of these crazy cases with these serial killers who do inhumane things, sometimes with their bare hands even. And that's terrifying. But to think that you could actually be that type of potential person, for one, it should terrify you to know what human beings are capable of without the superpowers. To know that a man can kill his entire family, shoot his girlfriend, wife, fiance, whoever in the head, your camera went black. Okay, you're back.
Hold on.
Oh God.
I'm listening.
Okay, to know that you can do all of that, and you're not gonna always get away with it, because both of those men did get arrested. One of them is in jail currently serving a life sentence. The other one is on trial. But it's just a terrifying thought to know that this is what human beings are capable of.
And I've always said, y'all, anybody, this is why I did not play when it came to his donor, that raggedy ass situation, those raggedy ass fucking people. Whatever you do to my child, I don't care about jail time, bro. I'm fucking you up behind my kid. Period. Like, there's no talk about it. Like, and I don't care who you are. You could be somebody's 60-year-old grandmother. You do something to my fucking kid, I'm pushing your ass down some fucking steps. I will take the battery out your fucking hover round and watch you just slide down a fucking hill. Like, don't play with me. Don't take
the batteries out the hover round, man. They need that to get around. Shit.
Shouldn't have fucked with my kid. Like, I swear, I be waiting for a Karen
Not
to say
the
something to me about my
battery.
kid. Like,
Not the battery.
I be waiting for a Karen to say something to me. I be waiting for a Karen to call my son the N-word, because I swear to God, she gonna meet Jesus. Whatever the fuck she believe in, you finna meet Hades, you finna meet Zeus, you finna meet
somebody.
You finna meet your great grand uncle brother, because I'ma smack the I will make you shit worms, you don't understand.
And you know what? I think it is worthy of noting that if you ever did come into a position of power where you could like make somebody disappear or make the impossible possible, like would you take full advantage of that and use it for your own selfish? I'm asking a question.
Yeah, I got a list.
You would?
Yes.
You would?
I have a list.
Why?
Because I can't stand people.
I can't.
You know I can't.
I can't.
And the people you already know who's on my list. Like you already know who's on my list. Yeah, they gotta go. I just asked you the other day, why won't they die already?
I get it.
Yeah, you already know.
Because I know you so well. We've been each other's lives for a very long time. I understand.
I think it's like 10 years now.
Just about. I understand your situation completely. But I think it's important to keep in mind that some people just aren't worth the energy, just aren't worth the time. Of course, I would love to drive around. Thank you, Harry. I would love to just go around and run over pedestrians all goddamn day, because I can't stand them niggas either. Or those annoying ass bastards on those goddamn scooters, or in those fucking pedal taverns, or on those stupid tour buses, or anyone who like gets drunk at 3:00 in the afternoon, like. But they ain't doing nothing to really hurt nobody. They just getting on your nerves at that point in time. So how far?
So that's regular people.
Yeah.
I'm talking about people that you deal with daily. Like I know there's at least one person that you got on a list that you would just, if you could, without any repercussions, you would make them disappear.
Yeah, of course I do. I feel like everybody does. I feel like everybody has at least one person that's like, dude, just if I could strangle you with the force, like I would just snap.
Darth Vader powers.
Yeah, if I could do that, it'd be done so. But and I'm not talking about them, but after you get rid of the names on your kill list, do you keep killing or do you like chill out?
Oh, that's it. My job is done after the list.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
that is not a real list, in case y'all thinking about calling the cops.
You didn't name no names. This is all hypothetical as far as everybody else is concerned. And like I said, I'm pretty sure everybody has one. I don't know a single person who doesn't think, damn, my life would be so much better if so-and-so wasn't in my life. Like, I'm pretty sure you all got that one person. It may be your boss or a coworker.
Oh yeah, everybody hates their boss.
Everyone hates their boss, yeah. Or, just somebody who you feel like...
that high school bully that still tries to bully you even though you're grown as fuck now.
Yeah. You have
like, girl, I will smack the fuck out of you.
Inconveniencing you. And I'm going to say, as long as they're not like a child, then you're in the clear. You know what I'm saying?
We leave kids out of equations because kids ain't do nothing to us. They're fucking kids.
No kids like that. But I was just saying, like, hypothetically speaking, if you could kill the person that you wanted to kill, would you keep killing or would you stop? I don't think I would stop. That's my
I would No, I know I would stop. I know I would stop because it's just like, okay, I'm cool. Like I did what I needed to do. Like I have no worries, Right. Like don't get me wrong, I go everywhere unbothered and don't give a fuck about nobody. I'll smack anybody. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like if they feel like it, but it's just the fact that I don't have to run into you and then be annoyed because you're fucking breathing or you're blinking too fucking loud. So I'm cool.
Because you're breathing. And you know what? Yeah, I can get you to do that shit. Yeah, I don't want you to breathe in my vicinity, bro.
I don't want you to blink too loud around me. Like, bro, why can I hear you fucking blinking? Shut the fuck up. Like.
So are there any last minute thoughts that you may have on your favorite supervillain or serial killers that we haven't already addressed? Because this is an interesting ass conversation.
It is. The only thing I can say is,
Lord, nobody watches this shit and be like, both of y'all need to go to fucking.
Right, they gonna call the peoples on us, and I'm gonna be like, first, they gonna be like, I'm gonna call the psych ward on them, and I'm gonna be like, I've already been. Don't do that. I'm on medication over here, sweetheart. So like, mind your business.
I don't want to go. I promise you, I'm not.
Like, you in my business, boo boo. Don't do that.
I promise you, I'm not a sociopath. I just hate people, and I'm not the only person on the planet who hates people.
I feel like anybody who judges us for this conversation, especially with saying that there's a list of people that we like genuinely hate, it's not like we go to school. It's like we not the ones shooting up schools and churches, okay? Like, so like, don't call the peoples on me, because
very good point.
I love my kids, so I'm not doing nothing that's gonna put me in jail and take me out of my kid's life.
That's actually pretty interesting. Before we close this out, because that's a stigma, right? Oh, Black people are so violent. They make up 13% of the population, but are responsible for 50% of the crime. I'm so sick and tired of hearing that goddamn statistic, bro, because I feel like it's inaccurate for one thing, and for two, you're absolutely right. It's not Black people walking into schools, churches, superstores, elementary schools, movie theaters, fucking grocery stores. Black people ain't doing that shit. Like, you can't use that as a fucking excuse, because I don't know a single Black person who'd be like, man, I hate the war. I'm gonna go to Walmart and kill every white person I see. They don't give a fuck. They go smoke them some weed, drink them some Hennessy, and go the fuck to sleep.
And as cliche as it sounds, it keeps us the fuck out of trouble. Like, I can just imagine one of the elder ladies in my family, if they so much as saw me contemplating shooting up a school growing up because I was bullied. Girl, if you don't get the fuck out your feelings and take your raggedy ass back in that room, I'm about to beat your ass till you get some sense. That's what my parents would do. See, we're not even gonna get into the conversation of parenting, but just let me know.
But I feel like for me personally, my parents probably, well, let me rephrase that. My mother probably cares more about my mental health now than she did when I was younger, because I think for Black parents, it's that, oh, you're just a teenager. You think everybody's out to get you. You think everyone's against you. The world is your enemy, blah, 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 blah. But when you get older, you'll see that it's not like that. And I can agree with that. But at the same time, it's like, you got to have those same conversations with your teenagers as well as your adults.
So that you know where they are.
Yeah.
Like for me, even though my son is 5, we have a sit down every so often, and I'll be like, Avery, are you happy? And he'll answer. And if he says no at the moment, I'll be like, okay, well, what can mommy do to make you happy? Like, what's going on? Tell me about it. Because I want to make sure my son knows whatever you're going through, you can come to me or your father, and we will fix it for you, or we will try our best to help you get through it. Like, there's never no damn kill list, I'm getting bullied shit, because mommy will turn the school the fuck upside down if somebody's bullying my baby, first of all. Second of all, my son will beat your ass.
And this isn't to say that everyone who experiences bullying, they don't go about it the same way. Because of course I was bullied in grade school because I was weird.
We were bullied.
And everybody was bullied. But it never, and there would be some days where I'd come home crying. I remember in elementary school, I can laugh about it now because I'm grown, but this shit was fucking, I remember in elementary school, I was walking home and this boy was literally throwing caterpillars at me. I don't know where the fuck he got all these caterpillars from.
I was about to say, like, who the fuck just...
He has like 10 caterpillars and he's chucking them at me down the sidewalk. And it didn't even occur to me that he had so many until, like, bro, why the fuck? I should have been like,
carrying around caterpillars.
You have all these caterpillars in your pocket, but that's not the point.
Is there something wrong? Like,
I've had a girl stick gum in my hair before. I've had people make fun of my glasses, the way that I talk, the music that I listen to. I've heard it all. So at this point now, I'm just like, fuck it. There isn't anything you can say to me that I haven't heard before. You're gonna make fun of the fact that I have really dark skin and really nappy hair. Okay, that's not new. You're gonna make fun of the type of music that I listen to, that I don't sound like I'm from the South because I sound like a white girl apparently. Okay, that's not new.
I got that all the time, yo.
And when I hear a new insult, I'm like, hey, not bad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm numb to it. I'm immune to the shit. That's not what makes me feel like killing the world anymore. It's just like annoyance. It's frustration. It's Why the
You
fuck
know what?
my face? Like,
the insult that I hear now, the only insult that I hear now is, oh my God, you're so ugly. Like, you're not even that cute. Okay, but I'm engaged and you're still like on baby daddy number 5, or are you on baby daddy number 4, or like shit. I'm sorry. How many abortions have you had because you don't know the child's father? But I'm ugly. You're still out here single with no ring, but I'm ugly. Okay,
not the number of abortions.
okay. And you just a cum rag, but I'm ugly.
I know when it comes to women who are insecure, that hearing shit like that can trigger some things. Like, I hate being called an Oreo. I hate being told that I talk too white for a black person. That does get under my skin, but at the same time, it's like, I've heard it before. So you're not really hurting my feelings. It's just like, okay.
It don't even bother me no more. It's to the point now.
Sound like
it's to the point now where like people can't even insult me no more because there's nothing to insult me on.
Yeah.
To the point, so now they just gotta lie on me. And even like you and me will sit here and be like, wow, that's what they came up with. Cause you between you and Dell, y'all know exactly like what the fuck I do down to the fucking T.
A good chunk of the shit firsthand, so I can tell you
exactly
from personal.
So like it's like
that's not true, but okay.
Yeah, so it's like they can't even insult me no more. Like, okay, you think I'm ugly, next. Like, what else can you say? Because I'm in school about to graduate. I'm in my own shit. My name is on shit. I can get shit in my name. I'm a great ass fucking mother. Can't nobody take that from me. Getting married, it's like, what can you insult me on, you know? And it's just like, I think people need to like
that, I feel like just try to project their own insecurities, regrets, and negativity onto you by telling you what they may think about themselves. You know what I'm saying? To make you feel like, because you're not the type of person that's like out here, look at me, I'm the shit, I got all this now. You'll set a bitch straight if you have to defend yourself, but you're not just like flaunting all the time. You're not just like shoving your success in everybody's face. You know what I mean? You only do
if anything, I try to uplift people.
Yeah, you only do that when you're defending yourself, and that's fair because bitches really do be coming for your neck, and I don't understand like why.
Girl, I be sitting there minding my business, and here come little bald-headed hoes coming out the woodworks, got something to say. Like, bitch, if you don't mind your business and get your cake up, like, the fuck are you so hostile for? Damn. Do you want me to give you some fucking tips? Like, shit. Yeah. We can get money together. Like, why are you so mad? I don't even have
money out here, but
exactly. Like, sis, why are you so angry? Oh, your guy liked one of my pictures. That sounds like a you and him problem, not a me problem. Like, the fuck are you bothering me for?
Because you're definitely not doing it for nobody else's attention. Because just as easily as he saw that one picture of you by yourself, he can scroll 2 or 3 photos down to see you with your son and your fiance. So it's not like he doesn't know that they exist in the universe.
Exactly. Like, I'm sorry, but I don't want nobody else's raggedy ass nigga because I have my own nigga. Like, fuck y'all.
But most females don't have that type of mentality. So again, they project their insecurities onto you to make themselves feel better. But that's a topic for another day.
And don't that sound familiar? Making your own problems my problem. Like, sis, if you don't take your...
You have been through so much shit in your life that is not even funny. But do you have anything?
And I don't come for nobody. That's what's crazy. I don't be bothering nobody. But I always got to turn up and make these hoes fucking scared. And then they want to... Oh, it's fine, I'll just block you. But when I move away, bitches got so much to fucking say and want to inbox my dude and shit like that. Like, bitch,
write a book about your life and make it available.
Bro, I was dead ass in your fucking face. Where was all that hype shit when I was in your fucking face? You always say you gonna beat my ass. I was there in your face, looking you dead in your fucking eyes. You wanted to wait till I moved.
I feel like you do this to challenge these people, but they're obviously not watching my shit either. So. And if they haven't, I say anything to me about it.
No, I message them when I find, like, you know, I message people when I find out what people say about me. Like, bitch, I was right there in your fucking face. If you had a problem, you should have said something. You know I get hyped. You know I get hyped. Just like the bitch that was just living with me. If I was this horrible, did I tell you what the fuck she said?
Tell me about that later. Do you have anything else?
No, I don't. My bad, y'all.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We got a good thing going here. I'm sorry, I'm eating the candy bar.
Bro, I was high
This has
yesterday,
been
so
great.
I was doing that.
This has been great. I think we did. I think we touched on a lot of topics as far as the serial killer part goes, and that is damn, this is good. That's gonna be interesting to see how all that plays out. But thank you for coming in and doing this with me today. I know it's been long overdue. And again, like I said earlier, that's my fault. Take full responsibility for not setting this up sooner because this is a great conversation. I need something to drink. I want to see you guys. Oh shit, this is some thick ass chocolate.
We will see you guys on the next episode.
I appreciate the love and the support.
We'll see you guys on the next episode of the ALLANal podcast. Make sure you guys tune in. Now available on Podbean, Spotify,
SoundCloud,
and SoundCloud. And YouTube. Oh shit!